I'm just going to start this video off real quick with saying Jason Creel with Lawn Care Life just put up a video called Lawn Care YouTube channel comments. If you have not watched it yet, you have to go watch it. It completely shows what every lawn care or whatever YouTube channel deals with every day with putting up videos. Especially the more subscribers you get, the worse it gets. I just went through this morning, actually, what he talks about in his video with a guy commenting, telling me he would put me out of business in my area. And, you know, just being your normal keyboard warrior on somebody else's channel that I had a comment on. So you should definitely go check that out, and you'll see what we put up with every day. But we prosper and we keep going, and nothing like that will ever stop us. But it's pretty funny, and you really need to go watch it. Again, it's called Lawn Care YouTube channel comments, and it's Jason Creel's video on the Lawn Care Life. So yesterday I spent the day in the garage just working on plow wings, and I changed them. And if you guys remember back, I believe it was last year when I had my Boss plow and I had plow wings on there. I had them for a few years. That was a 7.6 Boss RT3 poly plow that everybody swore I couldn't put wings on, and I did. And I ran it like that for 4 years, never had an issue, never cracked the blade, nothing. Worked out great. You just got to do it a little differently. Instead of drilling and bolting the mounts through the blade, I welded the mounts to the side of the frame and then put them on that way, and it worked great. But there's tons of videos on that. What I end up doing is, after having them on for a while with the wings, it took my 7.6 blade on the last plow and on this new Western from 7.6 to 9'3". Cups them a little, but it doesn't bring them out enough to where you get an actual scoop. And when you're pushing snow straight up a driveway or straight up a parking lot and you want to turn and push it off to the side, a lot of that snow will trail off the end of a straight blade. I want to keep it cupped so I can take it and move that snow wherever I want. Now, I know a lot of you will suggest a V-plow, but I really don't need one. I gave up all my parking lots. V-plows are great for parking lots, but I've stated in the past, and some people have argued, but I've used V-blades, and I know this personally from experience. When you take it from a straight blade and you cup it into the scoop position, you lose a lot of the width of that blade. With a straight blade and having wings, I still have that scoop effect, but I keep the full width of my blade, so I can move more snow further. And like I said, a lot of people will disagree and say, no, not with a V-blade, but whatever. It's personal preference. You do what you want and go with what you want. But for me, it's a straight blade. I love straight blades, and now I do nothing but driveways. And a straight blade is perfect for me, and it's what I like to use. It's all preference, really. And so, but I needed more of that scooping effect. So I did the same thing with this plow that I did with my Boss plow. Let me show you what I mean. So this is my Western 7.6, and if you see it, they're cupped. My new wings are cupped. They used to come out at this exact angle, so they came out like that, and they cupped a little bit, but not that much at all. So what I did was I took the wing and I cut it all the way down, and I turned it in, and then I re-welded it. Here's the back side of it. These are plates that I put on to brace it. I really didn't need it because my weld's down the front and my weld's down the back. I stitch welded it all the way down, and it's plenty strong enough. But in my opinion, if you're going to build something, overbuild it. So I cut these braces and I welded braces on to give it more strength and support it. Now my rubber pads down here are kind of at an angle, so they sweep the snow. Instead of just digging into something, they sweep it and they work fantastic. But I have a big cup going this way, so now I can take that snow. It's almost like a pusher blade, almost like a box blade, but not quite as much. So I can scoop it and I can take the snow wherever I want it to go. But this is how I took the Buyers Pro wings and cut them and just change the angle of them, so they still go on and off the same way. I can pop these wings on and off in less than 2 minutes. They're just 3 pins. You got the 2 pins here and the pin with the plate in the back, and that's it. And that's all I had to do to change them to give me the effect that I want. Now I spent like from Saturday at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon until about 8-9 o'clock on Sunday, I spent plowing snow. We got over a foot of snow. That storm Harper that came through dumped a lot of snow, and I had tons and tons of footage, not the best footage I wanted. I wanted different mounts, but it was coming down so hard I didn't want to put the cameras outside the truck. It would have just caked the lenses and you guys wouldn't have been able to see anything anyway. So in the future I'll make better videos of plowing when I can put the camera outside. But I put up 4 videos on Sunday. If you haven't watched them, go watch those. And I wanted to show you guys what I did with these wings. I did this yesterday. I wish I had done this before the storm when I first put these wings on the plow. I thought about it because I had done it with the last plow and I just never did it, and I wished I had done it before. It would have helped me out a lot more than just these wings did, is the way they were. And they did help more than having just a straight blade, but not to the effect I wanted to. So now this will be much better. I've taken this out and I cleared a bunch of driveways yesterday, which would have been Tuesday, for people that had called and they just either their plow guy didn't show up or they don't have one, they need it plowed. So I got plenty of driveways to test that on after I'd done them, and it worked great. It worked exactly how I wanted it to. So it might just be something you want to consider if you're going to put wings on your plow. And get the full effect, the full scooping effect that you might want. So I went down a driveway that was over 300 yards long yesterday, and I was still able to angle the plow and wind roll it because it's not a full squared off scoop like a box blade. They're still out a little bit, so I was still able to wind roll that snow no problem with having these wings on. So it works all the way around for me. Like I said, some people prefer V blades, I prefer straight blades, and this is how I can make a straight blade do what I want it to do. It's all preference, really.